Well, amid the controversy over Besharam Rang song in the yet-to-be-released Shahrukh and Deepika starrer Pathaan, the censor board has asked the makers of the film to make certain changes and submit a revised version for its certification. In fact, the suggested edits include change in lyrics of 2 of the songs, 20-second cuts in song sequences and changes in scenes that create objections. Now, the board has said that the changes have been suggested to strike a right balance between creative expression and sensibility of the audience. In fact, in a statement, the board's chairperson Prasoon Joshi has stated that India's culture and faith is glorious, intricate and nuanced. He added that protecting the trust between the creators and audience is most important to protect. In fact, the censor board's balancing act did not, however, go down too well with the left and the other opposition parties who questioned why the edits were being made when the film was already certified. They've called it a sign of censor board's weakness.
Why this afterthought? Great people are sitting in the censor board and they saw in details and cleared it. And after seeing that some communal forces raised voices, so they are backtracking. I need their censor board should be comprised of more serious people than now these light-hearted persons.
Censor board is re-examining and is going to have a re-look at certain objectionable parts of the film, including the song and the dress. This would only suggest that the censor board wants that there has to be peace and no confrontation. But then the censor board will have to justify if it suggests any changes in the already passed films. The censor board will have to convince the producers that the demand of the censor board for changes in the already certified film is the need of the hour and is according to law.
Censor board, whatever they are, as per the provision per law, censor board can do whatever they like. They can cut the parts and pieces of Pathaan movie, but the kind of a controversy Pathaan movie was raising on the communal lines is not fair, and I think that dividing the audiences on communal lines is not fair. If somebody is using something, yes, the movie makers should also make it a point not to hurt the sentiments of the people, but the people should not be so much paranoid about it that a color of a dress is not depicting any religion. My personal view. But then yes, if censor board has done it, we welcome it because it is the statutory body and we should not question it.
कोई भी फिल्म प्रस्तुत के पहले, पीपुल डोमेन में आने के पहले सेंसर बोर्ड को देखना होता है और उसके लिए सूचना जनसंपर्क मंत्रालय है। आप जानते हैं कि सूचना प्रसारण मंत्रालय इसके लिए काम करती है। अगर कहीं कोई चूक है तो ये तो सरकार की विफलता है। हम अगर कोई संस्कृति लोकप्रियता के लिए धर्म और जाति का सहारा लेते हैं तो अपनी विफलताओं को छिपाते हैं। तो अपनी विफलता उनकी यह है कि सेंसर बोर्ड ने सही रूप से काम किया कि नहीं किया। अगर सेंसर बोर्ड ने सही रूप से काम किया तो फिल्म अच्छी है, किसी की भावना को ठेस नहीं पहुंच रही है।
Well, the board, however, has offered an explanation behind the suggested modifications, saying that a balanced approach will become clear once the film is out. On the controversy surrounding the color of the costumes in the song sequences in the film, the board has stated that it adopted an unbiased approach. The BJP and the VHP have welcomed the decision of the censor board and warned the makers of the film to be careful.
ये जो गाना जब डला तो इसमें हिंदू जनमानस आहत हुआ और इसी को लेकर मध्य प्रदेश में और देश भर में लोगों ने अलग अलग आक्रोश किया। मैं सेंसर बोर्ड को भी धन्यवाद देता हूं कि कम से कम उनने जन भावनाओं का सम्मान करते हुए फिल्म निर्माता को मेकर को लिखा है कि आप इसमें संशोधन करें और लोगों की जो आपत्ति है उसमें सुधार करें। मिस्टर शाहरुख खान या खान बंधु या जो भी गैंग है तुम्हारी, हिंदू जनभावना और हिंदुस्तान की भावनाओं को कुचलकर अब नंगे और भोंडे डांस तुम्हारे देश में नहीं देखे जा सकते। अगर तुम्हें इस देश में फिल्म मेकर बनना है, फिल्म के हीरो बनना है, तो यहाँ की रियल स्टोरियों को बदला नहीं जा सकता, बल्कि उनका सम्मान करना पड़ेगा।
जिस प्रकार से फिल्म लव जिहाद को प्रमोट करते हुए दिख रही थी बेशरम रंग के माध्यम से, उस पर फिल्म सेंसर बोर्ड द्वारा कुछ पॉजिटिव टिप्पणी किए जाना ठीक तो है, लेकिन इस फिल्म के अंदर कुछ भी इस तरह का हुआ तो इसके सूदी दर्शक अच्छी तरह जानते हैं कि ऐसे बॉलीवुड के भाईजान के साथ, उनकी बनाई हुई फिल्म के साथ क्या करना। ये भारतीय कला जगत की हत्या करने पर उतारू हैं लोग। उसके विरुद्ध न सिर्फ उसके दर्शक अपितु संपूर्ण फिल्म इंडस्ट्री खड़ी हो रही है।
Now, this, of course, is the song which has generated all the controversy as well as garnered a lot of heat. So what is this balancing act that the censor board has played? Well, this is what Prasoon Joshi, who is, of course, the chairperson of the CBFC, has said. He said that the makers are advised to carry out a balancing act to make changes in the film. What are these changes? He then goes on to elaborate. We are going to show you. He says balance creative expression and sensibility of the audience. He then says that we can always find solution through meaningful dialogue, and that's very important as well. He says our culture and faith is glorious and intricate and nuanced. He adds a rider to this. Following this, he says trust between creators and the audience is most important, between the creators of the film and the audience members who are going to go and watch it. This is what Prasoon Joshi has said in this balancing act that he has given out. So let's go and discuss this with our guests. Joining us today on the show, we have Murtaza Ali Khan, who's a film critic. Also, Manvi Taneja, an actress, is joining us. Let me go across to Murtaza Ali first. Mr. Khan, do you think that the final word about a film, its certification, what can go on air, what should not go on air, should lie with the censor board, or should it be left to the super censors who are the ones putting pressure on the society as well as the censor board, it seems, with their demands?
See, for the longest time, I have maintained that I just don't understand why this hue and cry and all this, violence demands and all this protest and burning of effigies. It was completely a ludicrous state of affairs. And I've always maintained that CBFC is the ultimate authority, and the person who is sitting at the top of the CBFC, Prasoon Joshi, is a man who is very well respected and who is also very, very close to the ruling party. So why not allow Prasoon Joshi and why not allow his team to exercise their control based on their understanding of what they see? These people don't even see the footage, they don't even see the movie, and they just go out and start shouting. And they are really a nuisance which we need to deal with. And even now that the CBFC has issued the advisory, I am really, really sad that they are still not happy and they are still threatening, they are still questioning. So I think this is something that needs to be curtailed. The authorities need to step in and they need to advise to these so-called, fringe elements of the society that it's going to be the law of the land that's going to dictate the terms. If Prasoon Joshi has said something, they should be content with that. Now, what is the guarantee that even after these changes have been made, they will not go out and, start all these kind of, vandalism and all the kind of stupid and, enraging activities that they've been doing, and all the kind of, sensitive subject like movie, cinema requires certain discretion, but these people don't understand and appreciate that. That is really a concern that I have, that even now they will not, bring an end to all this nuisance and they'll continue with all this hooliganism and vandalism.
So that's very clear that you making it that this is nuisance and vandalism, only the censor board should decide, and that decision should be final. Manvi Taneja, do you think today by the censor board agreeing to re-look and recertify a film after initially giving it one certification, now asking it again to re-edit and pull out certain lyrics, pull out certain songs, that these pressure groups, the boycott lobby has been emboldened?
See, I'm sure that there is a lot of political pressure on the censor board to point out certain kind of objection if you talk about the song or maybe some theme. Our economy is very bad. People don't have job. So these people, they get hired to look up to these videos or post and get these videos trolled, or maybe the post trolls. The moment there is a move from a Bollywood industry, they get triggered and they start their action on the social media platform. And now a new thing has come up. A CBSE member, he has asked the makers to edit some scenes and to edit the song See, what my concern here is that why do you have a perception of Khan? Because here it's Shahrukh Khan. That's why they are just pointing out fingers. What happened when you come up with Manoj Tiwari? Recently, everybody has seen a song that Baby Pier Pike Nache Chum Chum Chum. So he is wearing a saffron color scarf and he is dancing, and a model is also dancing there. And he's also making a sadhu dance in that song. Nobody has objection with that because they are wearing black color glasses and they don't want to see what actually it is. And if I talk about Kangana, she's also wearing a bikini in Dhakar. She's wearing saffron color bikini and a black color bikini, but they don't want to see that. And because what they think is that whenever Kangana wears it, it is ooh la la, and if other wears it, ye kya pehen dala. And if I talk about Lockup, she made her contestants wear saffron color dress, and there was a smoking zone. Everybody could see it, but nobody will object it. And there was a poster which was released wherein she has put a shoe on that saffron color. Nobody had objection with that, because my concern is the censor board, they tend to wear black glasses when they want to support their members, and they're owned by BJP glasses when there is some Khan or maybe other on the other side.
Oh, that's very interesting. Murtaza Ali as well as Manvi Taneja, thank you so much for giving us an insider's view of where you think faith ends, politics and freedom begins. Thank you so much for joining us here on this show. Well, let's move on in the bulletin, and this is a